What's up today, everybody? So, I got a bit of a late start today. It's almost 6 o'clock at night. But I finally found the little cover that goes over top of the roll cage that protects the spark plugs. So, I'm going to get that installed. This here is what I'm going to put my phone on to record a video. I'm going to take this out. I've already done one heat cycle with it, sitting there for about 10 minutes, let it cool down. I'm going to go and do another one. And then I'm going to do a little short rip around the backyard. So I can start doing my rolling heat cycles, as I call it. And that's like just going around in the backyard, like little blips on the quarter throttle, hitting the brake, that kind of thing. Do that for a few 10 minutes or so, let it cool down, do the same thing again. And then I can pretty much be ready to go for an actual rip. So, I'm going to get this little piece on here. And then we're going to get it out in the backyard, fire it up, and do one more heat cycle with it. And then we're going to do a little rip around the backyard. Now, the reason why I'm using the backyard, and another reason why I waited till now, is because upstairs in the backyard, where the top deck is the door to my mom's bedroom, and this thing is so freaking goddamn loud. And she always has her afternoon naps because she works all night and day on the cab because she's owner operator of dockside cabs. So I didn't want to wake her up, so she's just gotten up. So I'm gonna go out and do this and have a little fun. Now what else was I gonna say now? Oh yeah, so another reason why I'm choosing to go in the backyard also is because of how loud this thing is. I can get away with it on my property because it's technically private property, but it will annoy my neighbors if I do it too much. But this is only I'm doing the break-in in the shed. I'm gonna close the door, let it do its thing, and then I'm just gonna go around for a few minutes in the backyard. But another reason why I'm using the backyard is because it's all fenced off all the way around, and I got a house that this thing could hit if it gets a runaway. And I say that because I do not have a fail-safe on this yet. I will and get a fail-safe in time, but I do not have one yet, so I don't want to run in any places where I'm going to have a potential to hurt somebody, if it hits somebody, if it runs away, or hit a house or a car. So I do have a couple places I can go, to go. A big open field, there's a couple places I can go, but just not today. The other thing, okay, so like I said, this is the radio I was going to do for that. This is the radio that I got set up with. This is my tactic radio. Now, see the difference, or see the similarities? This is actually from that budget monster truck I bought for $229 off Amazon, the Wamaku Pioneer by Hospeed. This is the radio that came with it. Strikingly familiar, is it not? Unreal similarities. Unbelievably the same. So I'm going to take this here off here. This is the part of the tripod to my GoPro tripod thing. And I'm going to do the same thing on here so I can hold on to the radio and get some shots out of the way. So instead of just having it fixed in one place and then you're not seeing it all the time. So, alright, so I'm going to pause the video for now. I'll get you back on in a few minutes. Okay, everybody, so I'm out here in the shed. I'm going to start this bad boy up. I'm going to let it sit here and do another 10-minute heat cycle. And I'm going to take it for a little rip in the backyard. Now, I got it in here because it's loud out there. And I'm just going to let this do its thing for a few minutes in here. I'm going to keep an eye on it, of course. I got the thing on here like I said I was going to do. I don't have a light in here, which is why I got this on my head. So now I don't want to use my battery because if I start this thing up without the car on hooked up to the remote, the servo won't sit with the brake on or centered, so it'll have the gas applied a little bit, and I'll sit here trying to run. I don't want to do that, but I don't want to have to turn the car on and waste my batteries just sitting here either. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a bungee cord, and I'm going to bungee it around the servo. Then, I'm just going to go like this, around around underneath the suspension arms, and then make sure the brake is applied on it. So it's locked up. Yep, it's locked up. And then I'm going to bring the bungee cord around just back onto the roll cage somewhere. I guess I'll do it right there. Okay. Now that servo ain't going to go anywhere. I'll show you what I did. And then this way I don't have to actually turn the car on, use up my battery, and it will sit here with the brake applied and idling, and it won't go nowhere on me. So, see how I just did that? The brake is applied all the way. Just got it wrapped around there and up and over and down to itself. It's not too tight. It's just enough that it's not going to bend anything. It's not going to put any unwanted strain on the servo. It can still move that direction if I wanted to. I've only got it just enough so the brake's applied. And I'll show you. See how it doesn't want to move. Here, I'll put this down for a second. And I'll lift this up. Here, locking. It doesn't want to move. So, I'm going to get this thing fired up. And then idle, and then we're going to go for after it cools down a little bit, I'm gonna go for what I call like a rolling heat cycle, and that's for you going around doing your little quarter throttle stop and goes and kind of stuff. So okay, here it goes, nothing. So that darn thing under the darn way. I don't know why that's always in the way, but it is. Okay, prime. Okay. That's so easy to roll. Bungee cord is still, it's not going to hold in place. So I've done 2 heat cycles with it. I guess I can probably go for a slow rip around the yard with it. So that's what we're going to do. Screw this. So I'm going to get the battery hooked up and everything, and I'll get you back on in just a moment. Okay guys, just going to do a little rip around the back cars and see how she boogies. Just a little light quarter throttle. Okay, it's really hard to go quarter throttle on this thing. It's just instant power. Holy. Okay, that was about half throttled, but hey.
Well, she is a lot louder than she was before. That is for damn sure. Like I said, I had a 26cc fuelie in there, and now there is a 32cc FLMF or FLMLF. Um, and before also, before I noticed there's anything wrong with my other one, when it stopped working and I went to take it all apart, that's when I noticed that the air filter in it, and there's videos on that too, was completely disintegrated and crumbled and was sucked into the carburetor. So that's another reason why my engine went, because of all the debris that had gotten into it, which is, I'm assuming, why it just stopped working. Even though I had taken the engine apart from what I could, because I couldn't get the engine out at the time. I was able to get the head off it, this and that. I tried to clean out the carb cleaner, do all that kind of stuff, and I put it all back together with new gaskets, and it still didn't work. But now that I actually have that engine out of the car and a new one in, I'm going to, now that I actually can get access to the full engine, I'm going to take apart that engine in its entirety, and clean it out with carb cleaner, do all that good jazz. If I have to, change piston rings and all that kind of good stuff. If there's anything else, if I can change the sleeve if I have to. I'll change anything I have to if I must, if it's salvageable. If it's not, then I'll just keep it for parts in the future if I might need it. So, also, if you notice, remember how I was saying around here, I was getting a little bit of a fuel leak coming out from underneath of this thing here. You can see this buildup right here. That's Gorilla Glue. I just put some on my fingers last night. Put a nice dab on my fingers, and I just rubbed it around the seal there so that it was not going to have any little bits of fuel coming out of there, and or it be an air leak. So now I just ran it without the body just because I just couldn't be bothered to put it on. But she's running great. She sounds awesome. One other thing I wanted to show. So let me move it there. Now you're gonna notice when you look at it, see how it's got a little bit of positive camber. And I don't know if it comes stock like that or not, but I do know that the guy I bought it from, he had bought this one and many others off of another guy that used to race them. And that guy said that he had it set a bunch of settings on it. The suspension set so a certain way so it wouldn't flip over, this, that, and the other. And I'm assuming what he's done is he's got, if it's not stock, if it has just neutral camber, that he's made it a positive camber like that, so that when he's taking turns at high velocities, the edge of the tire isn't digging into the dirt or a rut, thus causing it to flip over. So I'm assuming that's why that may be like that, and the reason why I've left it like that is because running here in the backyard, I don't got to worry about wearing down the tread on the one side of the tire because I'm not on pavement. So, but anyhow, guys, I'm going to cut this video short, and I'm gonna make a short, and then I'm gonna probably call it a night and go in and work on the Revo for a little bit. So, thanks for watching, guys. As always, this is Derek. This is Life in the RC. And remember, guys, stay safe, especially with one of these things, and beware of your surroundings. And most importantly, happy bashing, everybody.